Hey, what's going on, my riders? Sebastian Johnson, iRidePro.com. Okay, we out here. All right, warming up the whip, shooting another video. I wanted to talk to y'all today about dual platforming. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do dual platforming. That is, we got Lyft and Uber out there. I really wanted to do both Lyft and Uber. Lyft bit first, and they've been paying me for months now. Okay. Uber, for some reason, the third party that they go through, Checker, um, isn't able to check my driver history that well. It's interesting because Lyft had no issue, but I have an issue with Checker. So I had this whole deal. All right, and I'm gonna tell you that Uber honestly wasn't shaping up to be a great company for me to drive for anyway. It really, like, Uber really wasn't shaping up for a great company for me to drive for. Reason being is that I was first inducted, okay, if you will, into Lyft, into the Lyft life. And when you sign up for Lyft, you will almost immediately, if not immediately, get hit up by one of the Lyft mentors. Lyft has a mentoring program that actually trains people on utilizing the system and providing the best customer courtesy to the clientele. Okay, Uber doesn't do that. Uber just requires you to send pictures of documentation of your insurance, your license, and the registration on your vehicle. Okay? That's all. That is literally all Uber requires you to do. And supposedly, I didn't get that far, but supposedly they will just update your stuff as soon as the background check and the DMV check are clear. Okay? Unfortunately, I didn't make it past the DMV check. Okay, so that was strike one. That was strike one with Uber for me. Is the fact that there is actually some level of quality control, because if you don't adhere to what the mentor says in Lyft, you will not be a driver. And I know that sucks for a lot of people, but I actually, in the long run, I see Lyft being surviving longer than Uber will, because there's quality control. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to the DMV situation. So I go down to Uber, the Uber Green Light headquarters here in Louisville, Kentucky. When I get there, it was about a Friday. It was on a Friday. There was literally only one guy in there. There was one guy in a Squarespace, not the website. The Just like he was one guy in a box, like a box office. It was it was four walls, ceiling, and a floor, and it's just a bunch of propped up stuff that says Uber on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to me. The craziest part to me is that they actually have a ticket system, I guess, for the clientele. It was just me in there at the time, but he told me to sign in my name on this tablet device, and then he'd see me. And I'm like, yo, this is the wackest thing I have ever dealt with. Because, like, one, it's him in there by himself. He's on a tablet. He only has a tablet and a laptop to work with. They didn't actually give him a desktop. And then there's like a bunch of, like, it's propped up stuff. It's a chair. and a table, but like what you would find at a church function or a picnic. Well, not a picnic, but a church function. You know how they have the fold-out chairs and the fold-out tables. That's the situation. But they just like pull stuff over it that says Uber on it. I'm not making this up. Okay, I'm not making this up. I think the address is 401 East Main Street. Anyway, so, no, it's 400 East Main Street, Suite 104. Okay. And not to take anything away from this guy, because I'm pretty sure he has some stressful days in there by himself. But it's just Uber's quality control as a whole. I just, like, there's not even a number. If somebody can find the number to call Uber, try it. I challenge you that you can get an actual person on the phone. Because here, when I call a number, the number that they have on Google for Uber, it just gives me a BS message and then tells me to head down to the office. So I can't even call the one guy that they have working in the office on the phone. He's got a laptop and a tablet, but not a phone for me to call him on. Okay, and again, not him. This is Uber's responsibility. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. So, strike two. So, I go in there, dude shoots me the text for Checker's information to check with them and all of that. And so I get on the phone with Checker and all of that. And actually, I didn't even get on the phone with Checker because that day, for whatever reason, wasn't a banking holiday, wasn't a regular holiday. I called Checker. It had to be about 11 o'clock when I called Checker. Okay. I called Checker, and apparently they run on Pacific Standard Time. Okay. So I called them, it was midday. So regardless, they should have been open. But for some reason, I got an automated message that said that they weren't. The hours of business, I think, are either 8 or 9 in the morning Pacific Standard Time to 4 in the afternoon PST. Okay. So as soon as I get off the phone, I was like, maybe I'm tripping. I was like, okay, Google, what is the time in Pacific Standard Time? What time is it PST? And Google told me that it was time for them to be open. Like, I forget exactly what Google said, but it was definitely within the same time frame for them to be open. So I was mad confused. So, that was strike two, and I actually wasn't gonna call Checker back, but I was like, you know what, I owe it. Because this isn't just about me anymore. Now that I'm doing these videos, it's about you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's about who sees these vlogs. Everybody that got a card from me, that found it on their door handle or found it in the gas station pump or had an interaction with me personally. It's about you all. And whoever finds me online. It's about you. Okay? It's not about me anymore. So I have to say that I did my utmost to become a Uber driver for you all, because I wanted to make this vlog not about just Lyft or just Uber, but it may just end up being just Lyft, because so far I don't have a nice thing to say about Uber, and it's a shame. So I called, I waited a few days, called again, got the same BS message. I tried again a different day for the third time. All right. Finally got a hold of somebody. He told me he was going to send me an email so I could take additional steps. So apparently they couldn't get a hold of my driver's record, so I had to get it. The only way that I could get a 5-year driver record is from the transportation cabinet in Frankfort, Kentucky. I'm in Louisville. I'm not going to Frankfort. I have to do that in person for a 5-year record. They needed a 5-year record. I couldn't get the 5-year record. Wildest thing I ever heard. So the company that Uber hires to check my background couldn't check my background. Why do you pay these people for this service? That's why I don't understand. You pay them to get my DMV records, my 5 year, my driving history records. They couldn't do it, and they told me to do it. So you pay them for what, Uber? I don't understand it. So that just about that did it with me for Uber. I can't do Uber. I don't do Uber. It's a shame. I don't have a nice thing to say about Uber. I don't. I've just had bad experience after bad experience. You know, well, I'm not gonna say bad experience after bad experience, because the one guy being in there by himself that's a bad experience for him. It's not really a bad experience for me. It's off-putting. It's off-putting as a consumer, or as somebody that's interested in the company. So, you know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I can't do Uber. All right, so I will still make these videos as unbiased as possible. Okay, even though I may say Lyft a lot, I'm pretty sure you can still use a lot of this information as far as navigation and the third-party apps, you know, like Waze and Hurdler, to do your your taxes and all of that. I'm pretty sure you can still use this information, Uber drivers. But if I say Lyft a lot, please forgive me. Okay, I'm still tagging the video for Uber drivers as well, because this is iRidePro.com. It's not just it's not only about Lyft. It's not just specifically a Lyft entity. Okay, so with that being said, okay, that's the reason why I don't drive for Uber. Uh, again, it's a shame, man. It's a real shame. So that being said, peace, love, health, wealth to all. Drive safe, as always. And I'm out. Peace.